Hello, everyone. Welcome again to another Teacher Joseph podcast. In the news today, this story is from the Daily Record, which is a Scottish newspaper. It says a Peaky Blinders film is being made. Now, many of you during English lessons, you talk about the TV show Peaky Blinders. I know many of you use it to practice your English. Peaky Blinders, for those of you who don't know, was almost certainly a very popular TV show, and a Peaky Blinder was a type of hat. Many of you asked me during English lessons what a Peaky Blinder actually is, and I have to say that I didn't know either, because it's a very old English term, and I discovered that it's a hat. And in this news story, there's a picture of Cillian Murphy wearing a hat. He plays the part of Tommy. I've never seen this TV show, but it's coming back as a movie. So we're going to read through this news story. It says, a Peaky Blinders film is being made with Oscar winner Cillian Murphy in his role as gangster Tommy Shelby. An Oscar winner, that's the people who have won awards called the Oscars. Okay, so let me just say that again because I didn't say it in the best possible way. If you win an Oscar, you win a special award. I'm sure you've seen them on TV. They're usually given at Oscar ceremonies. It's like a little statue of a man. And this Oscar is considered to be a great award in the film industry. So it says here that this man is an Oscar winner, Cillian Murphy. I've never even heard of him. And it says fellow Irish star Barry, I think it's Keoghan, as well as Stephen Graham and Sophie Rundle, are among the actors expected to be involved, Netflix has said. Ned Dennehy, Packy Lee, and Ian Peck also join the star-studded cast for the streaming film, which has been written by creator Stephen Knight and follows on from the BBC period drama, which ran for 6 series from 2013 to 2022. And it's going to be made in association with BBC Films. Oh, that's very interesting, isn't it? And I see there's other show business news today. The TV show, which has been running for 1 season only, called Chaos, K-A-O-S, which is all about the Greek gods as they live today, living in big mansions. That TV show has been cancelled. It is very funny. I've been watching that. I think that was on Netflix, I think. And it's a very good show if you haven't seen it already. So that's a good one. Other news stories, particularly related to show business today. There's one here about Elton John. And it says here he's confronting his mortality as he approaches latter years. Bit of a strange story, that. I mean, we all, I wouldn't describe it as confronting our mortality. We're all getting older, and we're just doing what we do, aren't we? I'm not sure many of us have time to confront our mortality in the way is talking about Elton John here. He's in the news today, and he says, I wonder what is going to happen to all of this stuff when I finish This is the latter time of my life. I don't know how much time I have left. Elton tells us, you think about that more when you get to my age. You think about life and death. You think, well, I just want to be where I want to be now. Sir Elton speaks candidly about his life and what the future holds as he gets older. He's 77 and he's battling, that just means struggling with or fighting, a string of health problems. He's had knee and hip replacements as well as surgery for prostate cancer. Oh, well, that's not the end of the world, is it? I mean, it sounds like he's doing well. He says here, I don't have to work. I will work, though, and do records and put radio shows together, but traveling is very hard. I'm tired, he says. I'm a veteran at doing all of this. And there's a documentary called Elton John, Never Too Late, which has been launched. I haven't seen it. It's being shown, I think, in London somewhere. It's called Elton John, Never Too Late. It was seen by the first time for fans at BFI London Film Festival on Thursday. Okay, so this is why he's talking about his life, because of this documentary. He has two sons, Zachary and Elijah, with his husband, David Furnish, and he told how the boys also think about his mortality. And then Sir Elton John says, they worry as they know how old I am, not so much David, that's the husband, but me. And then they say the children love their father and they want to be around me forever. And I want to be around forever. I want to see them have children, get married, but I don't think I'm going to be around for that. Yeah, because those kids are very young, aren't they? And he's 77. So he obviously adopted them much later than kids usually are born with their parents. I think if they're very young, he must have adopted them when he was in his 50s or 60s, I think. I don't know. I don't know exactly how old they are. He says, so that is what I want to make the best of my time. I want to make the best of my time, he says, while I'm around. Our time together is wonderful and precious. And there's a picture of him here with David Furnish. That's his partner. He talks a lot about his health and his knee replacements. He has limited vision in one eye. He's been through quite a lot with his health, it seems. He says, I was told my conditions have always been serious. They didn't have equipment to cope with them, etc. There's a lot of stuff here about his background, which isn't particularly interesting. But anyway, he's saying he's reflecting on his mortality. He's saying, I wish things had been different. Why is he saying that? Let's see. Sir Elton's father, Stanley Dwight, never watched him perform. Aha. The singer who played at Glastonbury last year said, my father never saw me live. It is sad. I wish it had been much different. God, I wish it had been different. Sir Elton won a legacy going at the Virgin Atlantic Attitude Awards. He won a legacy. Oh, I see. I misread that. Let me read that again. Sir Elton won a legacy gong at the Virgin Atlantic Attitude Awards. Okay, it wasn't that he was going to the awards. He won a legacy gong. A gong is a little, or they can be big, but it's usually a little musical instrument. It looks like a little disc, and you have something you hit it with, a gong, and it makes a kind of noise. You see it sometimes as the introduction to a movie, or sometimes some people have little gongs in their homes just for some kind of entertainment. But a legacy gong is a gong which the Virgin Atlantic Attitude Awards give people. They're called legacy gongs. It makes me think of the legacy hand. If you've ever had a meeting in Microsoft Teams and you put your hand up to ask a question on the system, if you forget to take it down, it's referred to as a legacy hand. And the host of the meeting might say, do you want to ask a question, Joseph? Or is that just a legacy hand, an old hand from the past? So Sir Elton won a legacy gong at the Virgin Atlantic Attitude Awards in London this week, and then he had his photograph taken with Ed Sheeran. That's the British singer. So very interesting. Yeah, so he won a gong. There's a very famous TV show from the 70s in America, isn't there, called The Gong Show. Have a look on YouTube for that. It's very funny, a little bit strange, and it's kind of like Britain's Got Talent. They let someone perform for a little while until someone gets bored, and when they're bored, they hit the gong to tell the person that they have to be removed. It's very good. Anyway, that's it from me. I hope you've enjoyed this. Let's talk soon. See you. Bye.